here we go. We got tens up against kings with 2 cards to go.
You can feel the drama now, folks, because the 6th place finisher gets nothing after putting up 100,000 and making it all the way down to the final 6. Vince, this is essentially a $263,000 real money turning river card here. That's what's at stake for these guys, at least that much.
Can Justin Bonomo get lucky on the turn? Let's take a look. No, it's a 7, pairs the board. So Justin Bonomo out of Fairfax, Virginia, in big trouble. Needs to hit an ace or a 10. Final card appearing. Can John Juanda's hand hold up?
Well, it's a 9. So that's going to do it for Justin Bonomo.
In 5s.
I'm thinking about calling with the jacks because just didn't think Marchese would bet out with 2 aces. He'd just check it down here. So he's got a flush or nothing. At least I'm sure that's what Robl is figuring out right now. Robl's girlfriend sweating him on here.
Yeah, but he's up against Thomas Marchese, the big cheese, who's tougher than the chicken parm at the Olive Garden. So you got to think twice.
He's wincing, and he throws his hand away. Good lay down by Robl there.
Big cheese strikes again. Hitting the flush, raking in the chips.
No 3, that ruins the excitement.
All right, here comes the first 3, and look at this!
3 right on the flop. It's come ace, deuce, 3.
Just amazing, a set for Bill Klein. He has outflopped Andrew Robl, and Robl looks sick.
5. Oh, I need a straight draw.
Could this be the night for Bill Klein? Things are happening so far. He's still got to sweat out a couple cards.
And it's a jack on the turn.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Complete disaster as a jack hits on the turn.
Now I'm gonna stand up.
This hand was made for
Well,
CD.
he can stand up because Marchese folded a 3.
The right hand was on top to begin with.
Bill Klein drawing dead, going to be our 5th place finisher.
I folded queen 3.
Well, it's a 7. That's going to do it for the...
That is true. 400,000 with just seeing the ace.
Well, this way you got 1 to sweat in case the guy calls you.
Tom Marchese out and Andrew. We'll make this call, so peeky time there for John. Flop comes up queen 8-3. Here we go, John. Squeeze it out. It's a jack of clubs. Nothing hitting on that flop. He's first to play.
And he's got the best hand with ace high, but do you lead out and bet?
Of course you do. Betting 435.
If your opponent raised you, what do you do then?
And Robl is going to respect that bet. He folds.
A good continuation bet there by Juanda.
See 2 cards.
That looks like you want to show 1 card at least.
No, I want to see 2 cards.
John,
I forgot.
he is giggling like a man that had just ace high.
Macau style.
He says it's Macau style.
Well, Perper says just let him hold up 1 more time.
There's Perper's dad in the audience, sweating his son.
And he can't even look.
No.
Vince, as you know, every time you have kings and you're all in, the guy's got an ace. Seems like the first card out is an ace, but
Don't jinx the man.
I'm not jinxing him. I'm not jinxing you, Daniel. Ignore what I said.
I think you just jinxed him. We will see.
2 diamonds.
Here comes the flop. Did Mike Sexton jinx Perper? Not yet. It's a 10-8 deuce. Good for Perper.
Well, it helps Juanda a little bit. He's got 2 10s now. But Perper well out in front with the 2 kings.
Staying stoic. Here comes the turn card. 8. That pairs the board. Also good for Dan Perper.
Well, Perper in great shape to double up here and make a race out of this thing.
There's John Juanda's family, hoping against hope that
Ace of hearts.
John should hit. He says ace of hearts, and he gets
And
an
then
ace
he
of
comes
hearts!
up on the river.
Oh, boy.
Heartbreak for Daniel Perper right there. He's shaking.
Gonna raise.
What a play by Juanda.
Makes it 150, back into the big cheese's face.
Oh, you gotta love Marchese. He just feels like he's being had here.
Yeah, still got ace high. You think to yourself, wait a second, if Juanda really did have a king, is he gonna re-raise at this point? Probably not. So maybe he's onto something. Maybe he's gonna pop it. No! He's gonna believe John Juanda, and Juanda's gonna take that pot with a bluff.
Like the first checker is that I should have done something about.
Like what?
Like not folded.
Marchese realizing his pocket was just picked there.
It was a tell when Juanda. And look at this. Now, folks, Marchese is not betting here because he thinks he's bluffing. He's betting because he thinks he's got the best hand. He has put Juanda on a drawing hand, and if he doesn't have the queen of spade, he knows his 2 sixes are the best hand.
Marchese's bet 700,000. Is it time for Juanda to come over the top? We will see. John Juanda once sold Bibles door to door before poker, and now he's trying to figure out this hand. He's making this call. He'd love to catch his flush. Down to the river we go. Did he catch the flush? No.
The board pairs queens. Juanda checks.
Sure.
Well, Marchese is going to check also and win the pot with 2 sixes. Unbelievable. And Juanda is saying to himself, wow, look at this guy. He called my $500,000 raise on the flop, and then he bet $700,000 on the turn. How'd this guy know?
Oh, boy, Juanda's saying, who is this guy?
Counting out how much Juanda has because he's doubled him up, drawing dead.
Unless something ridiculous happens.
Can come a royal flush.
John Juanda going to double up here unless it comes jack of hearts, 10 of hearts. Then they would split the pot.
Yeah, let's do that.
And there's John Juanda's family. And William Reynolds sweating out jack of hearts.
And that's his sister, Vince. And when Juanda was young, playing out on the tour and made some money, he took that money and put his sister through college.
To the turn.
Yeah, that seemed right.
And a 9 of diamonds on the turn. That's going to wrap it up. John Juanda's going to take home this pot. 6 of clubs.
The money didn't go in on the flop. It was.
Trying to sucker Juanda into a bet.
I don't see Juanda betting here either. He's trying to figure out what could the guy have where he'd pay me off. And I don't see anything.
Oh, he's going to slow down.
And wisely so, as Robl shows him 3/8. Juanda getting very unlucky on the river there, but saying to himself, I should have bet the turn.
Slow roll, huh? Shoulder jack.
So things are turning. Everybody's had a shot. Andrew Robl on the short stack, going to pick up that one, and he needed it.
I mean, I can't have just a jack, right? Like, I have to have jack 8 or ace jack or...
Andrew Robl, the poker pro out of Burlington, Vermont, 25 years old, going to pick up that pot.
Just pre-flop. He didn't do it there.
Trying to mix up his game a little bit. 7 diamonds on the turn. John's going to check again. And now, with just ace high, Marchese not wanting any part of it. He checks behind him.
And now a jack comes off. Both players have made 2 jacks. Marchese has him out kicked, but Juanda, obviously with all the checking going on, thinks he's got the best hand with 2 jacks. And he's going to bet it, and I don't blame him.
He's going to donate $285. Big Cheese, quick call.
And Marchese going to win the pot with 2 jacks with an ace kicker. By not making the continuation bet, he made extra money on the river vents. And changing gears that time bode well for him.
Yep. Young man. Doesn't help either player. Andrew now going to get out chips. Yep. He's going to bet $300,000 into John, who has an inside straight draw. That's about it.
Well, he can only win the pot with a 10, as the cards lie.
But he is going to speculate.
Well, he's gambling here. You wonder about that. Maybe he thinks he's going to win the pot with a 9 or a queen as well as a 10.
River card, deuce of clubs helps neither player.
You might think Andrew Robl made a straight draw on the turn. Maybe he's got a 7-9 or a 5-7. But here's the case: if I was Andrew, I would check on the river. In case my opponent had a draw in hand, I'd want him to bet on the river, where I could pick him off. But by leading out, you don't figure to make any money.
Well, he's going to bet $600,000. And John Juanda, who we saw play 10 years ago at our very first tournament in Bellagio, finished second to Gus Hansen, is back. It's good to see him back. And right now, he's been pushed around by these young pros.
I'm going to regret this one.
And he's going to push him there, and that's for sure. Let's see if he gets it on the flop.
5-4-3 is the flop. Juanda needs a 9 to win the pot. If it comes 2 runners to make a straight, they would split the pot. If he doesn't get some help, the former track star will be running out of here in 3rd place.
No help there. It's a king of hearts on the turn. Andrew Robl 1 card away from pushing out the great John Juanda out of the WPT Super High Roller. There's Andrew's girlfriend sweating her man. River card coming up. Juanda, can you hit the 2 outer? Let's see.
Let's see the river.
Nope, it's a 3. So that's going to do it for John Juanda. 10 seasons ago at our first WPT.